Good Saturday afternoon, friends and neighbors. Tesuiji at the desk for the 14th episode of the Saturday Starlight, our new Yokohama DNA Baystars Dynasty attempt. We won the Central League pennant last year. We won the Central League Climax Series last year. We came as close as possible to winning the Japan Series as you can get without actually winning the damn thing. We lost on an extra innings home run to the Hokkaido Nipponham Fighters in Game 7 at their place. So we're gonna give this guy a nickname. He was the one who slugged the extra innings home run. Mr. 60 home run power, second baseman Ryunosuke Higuchi. He gets to be nicknamed Hiro Higuchi for the rest of his natural days. As for us, we are dealing with some interesting looking injuries. Harukazu Shimada will be getting a rehab stint soon. Brain knee, ouch. So we're going to be sending him to. I don't know who SCT Task is. Yep. We're going to be sending him down to the minors once he's healthy. Etsuji Kita, our usual center fielder, is slightly broken, so we are going to be giving Okumura spot at center field. Our best backup defenseman, although Hokuto Miyata is close second. And the biggest injury, of course, was Robbie Podorski, losing him to a torn ACL that he got during spring training. Forced us to sign Andrew Benintendi. I mean, 1 year, there's no such thing as a bad 1 year deal. And $3 million, we could afford that. We had the cash against lefties. He's definitely going to be a big improvement. And if you take a look at the preseason predictions, I don't think they actually had Benintendi as. Nope, they did. So they're calling for only 15 home runs from him. I think we can do better. They're anticipating a big season from Rizzo. And between Rizzo and Benintendi, I feel like we got like a little bit of an Italian job connection here. We originally were projected to run away with the Central League. We're still going to allow like 70 fewer runs than anyone else. The offense is admittedly a little suspect. We'll see how it looks once Shimada and Kita get better. Kami Chitani also is going to be coming back soon. I never ran into someone whose stuff actually improves when he goes from a reliever to a starter, and that's what Kami Chitani does. So full marks to him. We're going to get underway. We've got 2 games to play through at the start. Our home opener on the road at Hanshin Koshien Stadium. Or sorry, for opening day on the road at Koshien. Then our home opener against the Carp. Shoza Imanaga getting the call. No lineup intro. Oop. I need to invite Alcides Escobar. 40 man. There we go. We got Escobar as a stopgap just in case. So Marmolejos heads to the Tigers. Interesting. Like we got a rookie in Shinkichi Ninomiya at right. Shikamoto, of course, at center field. Obata at short. Interesting. I mean, he'll play there, sure. Familiar name to those of us who were part of the Discord server where I ran a Tigers Dynasty. Jugomaki, former Baystar himself, be on the other side of the diamond. One thing left to do, that is to stand and rise for our opening hymn. Oh shoot, I had this sorted by name, by date. No wonder. There we go. Hanshin Koshien Stadium is a gem, and I will brook no argument about it. Tough looking defense for the Hanshin Tigers. Their starting pitcher is Hiroto Saiki, 26-year-old fastball, curveball, slider, fork. This is Japan, they love the fork ball. Eito Mori getting the start in the leadoff spot with Okumura moved down in the batting lineup. All right. Alcides Escobar, fly ball to right. Hinomiya. is a really good fielder out there. He really should be a center fielder more than a right fielder, but good luck trying to dislodge Koji Chikamoto from that spot. Here's the newest addition to the Baystars lineup, Andrew Benintendi. 2 down here. Fly ball into right. It's 3 quick outs. We'll bring up Imanaga. In his walk year, good play by Rizzo to handle that 105-mile-an-hour bashed ball. Nomiya grounds it up the middle. 80 defense at second, 75 defense at short. I mean, good luck. Go weak shift right. Deep the outfield for Imai. On the ground. Good play by Kimura. I didn't do a full shift there. Speaking of shifting, they are shifting on Rizzo now. I think they finally read the book on him. Outside, first base runner of the game for either club. Osokawa is going to ground into a double play, but Maki fumbles it. Our man in pinstripes. 70 error Maituchis. So, beneficial or benefiting from an error. Still no hits in the game. Enya Kimura, last year's Rookie of the Year, takes it high. Bases full of Baystars with none out. Okumura, who had an atrocious year last year, getting a chance for some redemption here. The 1-0, line drive to left, base hit and RBI. Everyone moves up 90 feet. Okumura puts the Baystars ahead 1-0. 2-0 to Yamase, and that's dropped into the right field corner. Ninomiya's on it. Yamase with a 2 RBI double. That will bring up Shota Imanaga, the pitcher. Okumura's got some speed. Safety squeeze play is on. Okumura will be out at the plate. Mori lines it into the right field corner. That's going to pick up another RBI. Imanaga is hustling. Mori on his way to second, maybe to third. Imanaga goes first to third on a double by Mori. And this one's getting away from the Tigers in a real hurry. Escobar strikes out swing. That'll bring up Benintendi. That's a little doink shot up the middle. Base hit. First base hit. First RBI for Benintendi. Rizzo now. 0-2.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3. Jose Marmolejos lined right through the box. Base hit. Now the Tigers have their first man aboard. Marmolejos not exactly a strong runner, so we're going to not bother with the hold. And we're just going to walk him on 4 pitches. Imanaga, can we not give those runs all the way right back? Right at the chute. Can we not do that, please? 0-1 to Haraguchi. Fly ball right center. Okumura reaches up and away. That will bring up Ryuhei Obata. Full count to him. Up the middle. Nobody can get to it in time. Everyone moves up 90 feet. Now the bases are full of Tigers with 1 down. And look who it is. It's Shugo Maki. Infield is in. That's a fly ball into left. Benintendi has it. Runners do not advance. Here's the pitcher spot, Saiki. On the ground, Kimura will go the short way to second. Dancing between the raindrops. Whew. Okay. All right. As the sun descends here at Koshien Stadium. There's a double play. I think because of the error, only 4 of those runs allowed by Saiki in the first were considered earned. So Kumura, 2 down. There's a quick inning for the Baystars batters now. Chikamoto line drive center field. Second single of the day. First hit of the day, and Chikamoto can Chikamotor. Inomiya is going to turn it to Mori. What a double play! 4-6-3 with Mori in front of the runner. Gadzooks. Imai lines it to right. Good play by Hosokawa right on the warning track.
Strike 3.
Yamase K's here. Minaga with a sacrifice bunt. Said he'll walk. You shouldn't walk the pitcher. Mori now already made it a double earlier today.
Strike 3.
That's his second K of the day. Escobar. 2 out, line drive single into center field. Benintendi now. Line drive to right. Good play by Ninomiya. Bottom of the 4th now. Here's Jose Marmolejos. Baystars nursing a 6-0 lead. Good play by Rizzo. Their premium batter, Yusuke Oyama. Lined into left. That's going to go all the way into the corner. Bounce off the wall at an awkward angle. Benintendi does not have an arm. That's a 1-out double. Haraguchi fly ball into right. Hosokawa's got it. Back the arm enough to not run. Obata, the shortstop. Up the middle, Kimura. Automatic. Rizzo drilled into right field. That's going to bang around in the corner. The Catton. The line drive single, or line drive double, to start off the top of the 5th. That'll bring up Mr. Lightning Arm himself, Shintaro Fujinami. Man just can't figure it out. We are going to lean on the take pitch button. And right away, there's a pickoff throw error by the pitcher. Why would you think Rizzo would steal? What's going on here? Oh, that's a wild pitch. Rizzo's going to come in to score. It's 7-0 Baystars. Hosokawa working the count. That's away for ball 4. Hosoke doing what he does best. Yeah, I know it's not exactly exciting television, but Fujinami definitely has a... Alright, looks like we are going to be away here. That's what Fujinami does. The 1-2 to Okumura. Pop fly, Chikamoto on the run is able to make it.
Strike 3.
And that's what Fujinami gets you. Basically 80 stuff, 30 control. Aki now. Little looper into right. Hosokawa was playing deep and he's able to make the play. Fujinami getting a chance to bat here.
Strike 3.
Has hit a home run before, but I don't understand the appeal there. Komodo with his second single of the day. Full count to Ninomiya. Checked swing, ball 4. A lot of speed on the base paths. O-Double's defense set up against Imai. 1-1 goes the other way. That's fair. Benintendi's on it. And a gun down at the plate. Benintendi with the outfield assist with Yamase. I mean, he does have a 60 arm out there. Wowzers. Imanaga batting with the bases empty.
Strike 3.
Third strikeout of the game for Shinchan. Mori will work a 1-out walk. Haraguchi doesn't exactly have the best arm behind the plate, so we're going to take a pitch and then send Mori. He's off and running, no throw. The bar fouls this one back. The 1-2 on the ground. Oyama across the diamond in time. Benintendi now.
Strike 3.
Down on strikes. So the Mori walk did not come around to burn the Tigers. Imanaga's only thrown 54 pitches as we get into the bottom of the sixth here. Strikes out Marmolejos. 2-1 count on Oyama. Fly ball to center, Okumura charging, and he's able to haul this one in. Haraguchi. Diving play by Escobar, can't come up with it. That's the 7th hit of the game for the Tigers. Still no runs allowed by the Bay Stars. 1-2 on Obata. On the ground, Kimura, challenging play, but he pulls it off. Rookie and Gold Glover, yes. All right, so Imanaga's up to 74 pitches. 76. Just in case, let's get... we don't need the good arms. Let's get Katsuki Azuma warm just in case. If Imanaga comes up with more batters, we should probably do a pinch hit.
Strike 3.
All right, Atsushi Mochizuki coming out of the Tigers bullpen. Nominally a starter, but he's got a powerful arm. Hosokawa. Little nubber back to the pitcher's mound. You can't see it, but it is there. 0-1 to Kimura, bash to Oyama. 1-2-3 inning, and we head to the lucky 7 here at Koshien. And I should have done that. It is a shame that you're not allowed to shoot off the jet balloons at the moment in Japan. That's part and parcel because of, you know, the funny thing that's happening right now. That's such a staple of the Japanese baseball experience. Alright, Maki's aboard, the leadoff single, and that'll bring up Teruaki Sato, dangerous batter. We are going to be shifting on him, and we're going to use the pitch around button, because that's what Teruaki Sato does. Azuma is going to sit down. I think we're going to let Imanaga ride this one out at this point. Double play depth for Chikamoto. On the ground, Rizzo. Back to Kimura. Just the fielder's choice. Bring up Ninomiya. Chikamoto off and running. Yamase the throw, not in time. 2-2 count on Ninomiya. Haraburi Sanshin. At 7 innings pitched, 89 pitches. You know what? We're going to let Imanaga go a little bit longer. Actually, no, he's got his spot in the batting lineup coming up. We're going to get We're going to get Azumo loose again. We're going to pinch hit for him. Al Keller coming out of the Hanshin bullpen. Umeda, second walk today.
Strike 3.
Yamase will strike out swinging. But he got a double, so I don't mind too much. Let's take a look at the ratings versus right. Who do we want here? Give let Toyoda get some knocks in. Come on, doink single up the middle, base hit. Okumura not stopping at all. He's going to go first to third, and he's in there safe. Mori now. Fly ball center field. Okumura heads back. Going to be a play at the plate. It's going to be close. RBI single, or RBI sac fly. Keito Mori, it's 8-0. Bay Stars. Escobar takes a walk. I'll bring up Benintendi. That's a passed ball. Haraguchi can't come up with it. Toyoda and Escobar move up.
Strike 3.
But no runs will score here. 8-0. With that, Shota Imanaga leaves with a lead. 7 shutout innings. I also feel like we should put a defensive sub in for Benintendi. He's not going to be batting again today. So, Gawa or Miyata. Both are 55, so. Yeah, well, let's go with Tagawa. The rookie. I mean, we're up by 8. We probably don't need a defensive sub, but doesn't hurt. Give the Rook an opportunity to get some innings in. Two straight ground balls to Keito Mori. The 1-2 to Oyama. Fly ball deep to right field, and that one is caught on the track by Hosokawa. Whew. Okay, shutout preserved. Full count now to Rizzo. Bashed on the ground, Maki will make the play. Daichi Ishii. Those of you who remember the Shizuoka Arrows dynasty I posted about on the forums will recognize that name. Sadly, he is somewhat nerfed in this game. Hosokawa, fly ball to left. Mai hauls it in. Kimura held hitless in his first game of the season. I mean, we've scraped out 8 runs without allowing a single home run. 2 of them came on like wild pitches and errors, but whatever. 2-0 count to Haraguchi here. Baystar's nursing an 8-0 lead. That is doinked into left field. Tagawa's on it. Lead-off single. I'll bring up a pinch hitter here. Nobuki? Not sure that's accurate Japanese. I will fix that. Nobuyuki Iwasaki now. Flared deep into right field, and that one is over the fence. A pinch hit 9th inning home run. Maki's going to check in with a single. We may need to get someone from the good side of the bullpen loose just in case. We're going to get Koki Moriya ready. Here's Kendai Gen. Ooh, yeah, this screams we are using the pitch around button. 0-2 count on Gen.
Strike 3.
Got him swinging. Shikamoto, the 0-2 count.
Strike
Ball
three.
game Bay Stars. We don't get the shutout, but we do get the win. I will oh, I miscounted. That was only the second out. Anyways, let's try that again. Flare to right center field. That's going to hit the base of the wall. Two Bay Star fielders will converge. Hosokawa's got it. Runners at second and third. Here's Imai. No doubles defense. 0-1. Lined right to Kimura. Perfect play. That will end this ball game. Bay Stars take it 8-2. We may never lose again. We probably are going to lose again. Anyways, let's advance to the first home game of the season. We'll play that one, and then we'll probably skip a whole bunch of April. Losing is verboten. Alright, got a message. Nate Savino. Alright, how about a 500k signing bonus? I mean, I'd love to have this guy as a pitching option. Starter or bullpen. And once again, we have Kento Itohara available as a minor league player. We can't quit him. We just can't. We pick up game 2. Aren Kuri blows it for the Tigers. Left in too long. Kuri reached on air by the catcher. Oh man. Yamase biffed it. But we come back. Toyoda with an RBI double. Mori with an RBI single. Escobar with an RBI single. Takanashi gets the win. Kondo and Iwazaki the hold and the save respectively. Hopefully everyone's Saturday's off to a good start. You're wondering when my... Okay, so we did get tasted. Yudai Ono. Not having a good day. Nakagawa in mop-up duty, also not doing so hot. Whatever, we won the series. That's the important part. So how is everyone Saturday doing? If I sound a little bit off today, it's because I did some voice acting yesterday. And also, like, something weird happened. Threw off my vocal cords a little bit. I don't feel sick. I mean, I am going to do a rapid test later today just to be safe. I do have other plans this weekend. And hopefully the background noise is not audible. Right, San Rafael is now offering yeah, you know what? Let's do that. And Mitch Spence is already starting to get nerfed, so not gonna keep him around too long. Ono's already starting to lose velo, so... Hurry back soon, Shimada. We need you. Go for Kita. Pick up a win at the Giants' place. Kenta Kozono with a shutout appearance in his first big league start. 6 shutout innings. Azuma, once again, mop-up guy, but he gets the job done. Bunch of doubles. Still no bombs. Okay, we got 1 bomb from Benintendi, alright. Swallows are off to a 5-0 start. And we lose the series against the Giants. Close one. Alright, home opener. Onuki getting the start against Hiroshima Toyo Carp. I can handle Kimura having a rough go at the plate. I can't handle Okumura doing that. We've got Ita waiting in the wings. Anyways, Onuki now getting set. Opening day here at Hamasta, Yokohama Stadium. Onuki got a ratings bump.
Strike 3.
Here to see how he fares here. Kawa driven to center. Okumura's on it. 2 down. That'll bring up Boom Boom McBroom. Full count. Low and inside ball 4. Ozono now. They're gonna shift on him. 2-2. Basically straight up the middle. Kimura was sleeping. Runners at first and third now. What the heck was that? Fly ball. Center field. Okumura charging all the way in. No harm, no foul. Now it's our turn. Ori scorches this one into center field. That's our second baseman. That's our face of the franchise. We're not running on Shosei Nakamura. I mean, Kolshien's dirt infield is fabled, PVC. Like, to the point where the high schoolers who play there in the high school tournament will pick up Kolshien dirt in a little sack and bring it back home with them. It's iconic to Japan. Escobar inside outs this one. Kikuchi can't get to it. Mori goes first to third. Now Benintendi with a chance. 3-0 count. They want nothing to do with him. Base is full of base stars, and it's Rizzo. Little floater into center field. That's caught. Nobody runs. Takizawa was able to run it in.
Strike
Osakawa
3.
called strike 3. Kimura now. High drive, deep to left center. Did he get enough? No, we Noble Tiger it. Ah. We seriously Noble Tigered it.
Save.
Infield hit for Kikuchi. Bring up Shosei Nakamura, the catcher. Big shift, hoping for a double play.
Strike 3.
Strike him out, throw him out, double play. Sakamoto flexing the gun. Love it. 2-1 Donata. Grounds out to Mori. All right, let's get some runs here, boys.
Strike three.
Fumada strikes out.
Strike three.
Nakamoto, Hayes, Onuki works a 5-pitch walk. Don't walk the pitcher, no, no, no. All right, pair of walks now. Onuki and Mori aboard for Alcides Escobar. And he's going to bash it down to Boom Boom McBroom, and that will end the inning. That's what you're supposed to do with a pitcher spot. Tsutsumi up the middle. 1-out single. That'll bring up Nishikawa. 2-1 to Dioma. Diving play by Mori. That's probably going to keep it from being extra bases. And oh dear, it's Boom Boom. 1-2 to McBroom. Got him swinging. Come on, Onuki. Get through this. 2-2 to Kozono. Drill to right field. That one is bouncing in front of Hosokawa. What are we doing here? Kozono tries to stretch a double into a triple and is thrown out. But the Carp take a 2-0 lead. Hey, it's all good, Gorgo. Good to see everything. Hopefully your computer works better after the reboot. All right, Carp are nerfing us here a little bit. Top of the fourth, Takazawa, Kikuchi, and then Nakamura. Takazawa, diving play by Benintendi. And he is day-to-day with an injury. Sprained oblique? Ugh. Ugh. All right, we need some pop in left field, so we're going to put Toyota in play left, at least for now. Yosuke Kikuchi strikes out swinging. Here's Shosei Nakamura, fly ball, right field. Hosokawa barely moves a couple steps. All right, 1-2-3 inning. Good play out there by Benintendi. Unfortunately, that means we just lost him for a not insubstantial amount of time. 2 weeks. Okumura is continuing to be frustrating. We pinch hit here? No, we gotta let Onuki swing. We let Onuki swing, driven to center field. Takazawa able to haul it in. Still 2-0 Carp. Probably gonna be Onuki's last inning. Get some quick outs. Going down the line, Hosokawa in foul ground makes the play. Endo. Fly ball behind second base. Mori calls for it. Infield fly. Here's Tatsumi. Rizzo is so good over at first. All right, bottom of fifth. Need some offense here. Come on.
Strike three.
Not what I was hoping for. Endo's walked 4, struck out 5. His pitch count's starting to get a little crazy. Escobar to deep center field. Takazawa hauls it in. Toyota. On the ground, Kozuno. Play. Only 2 hits given up by Endo today. He starts bullpen. Hayate Nakagawa getting loose. We're going to pitch around Boom Boom here. There we go. Play Kimura. Ozono getting shifted on. Drill to center field. Okumura just waits for it. Squeeze another inning. No, Onoki's up to 97 pitches. Yeah, we're not going to squeeze another inning out of him. Ooh. Rizzo is plunked. Aima Taida. He of the 30 control. Osokawa's a menace when it comes to that. 4-pitch walk. Ball 6. Okay, there we go. Swing away here, full count. On the ground, McBroom, Kozano, safe. Close play. Nada couldn't turn the double play. Kumura, full count. Inside ball 4. Sakamoto with a chance to blow this one wide open. Bay Stars still have the bases juiced. We're going to go with... I think we got to go with Miyata here. Michael Garrido coming in now. 0-2 count.
Strike 3.
Swing and a miss from Miyata. Ori now, full count. Inside ball 4, tie ball game. Everyone who is good is tired. Ugh. We're going to hope and pray that Nakagawa can get us 1 inning at least. Escobar, 3-1 count. They are walking in runs. The Bay Stars have taken the lead. There's Toyoda.
Strike 3.
Outside. Strike 3. With that, we are going to see a double swap. Miyata will come in to play left. There, okay. Nakagawa will bat in the 3 spot. Trying to slam the door shut here. Hold a 1-run lead. Every team should win opening night. Little dribbler. Kikuchi, high fly ball, center field. Okumura waits for it. 2 down. Catcher, Nakamura. 3-0 count from Nakagawa. Pinch hitter, Yuya Nirasawa. Good arms in the bullpen like Taisuke Kondo get loose. Full count to him. On the ground, Kimura. 6-3. Bay Stars hold the lead. We have to look back at that 6th inning. Rizzo, hit by pitch. Hosokawa walked on 4 balls. Kimura grounds out. Okumura with what is this? 11 pitch at bat to eventually get on base on a walk. Sakamoto walked. Miyata strikes out on 3 pitches. Mori walks. Escobar walks. They walked in the winning runs. Burrito's still out there, and he's still throwing walks. Okay, now he's gone. Totaro Shimauchi now. Good part of the Carp bullpen. Hosokawa deep and high to left center. Haita! First home run of the season for Hosokawa, and that thing left in a hurry. Ball go far. And Kimura unloads, but that's right into the mid of Nishikawa. Dang it, that looked so good. Okumura to left center, that's going to be trouble. That will... warning track power. Nishikawa's taken 2 away from us already. Sakamoto, catcher. That's more like it. Line drive single. Here's Miyata batting from the left side. Up the middle, base hit. Sakamoto gonna try and go first to third. He's in there safe. Ooh, that was a risky biscuit. Ori inside outs this one. Nishikawa can't get to this one. Bay Stars take a 6-2 lead. We're going to let Kondo close this one out to save Iwazaki for the next game, I think. And that's a balk called by Shimauchi. 7-2. You see everything in this game. That's bashed right up through the box. Mori will score easily. Alcides Escobar advances to second on the throw. See, another pinch hitter here. Let's go with Kataoka. Namiki Kataoka coming in now. Base Tasuki Nishihara. As the Cart bullpen is coughing this one right up. That's down the line and fair into the corner. RBI single. RBI triple for Kataoka. Here's Rizzo 0-2. On the ground, Kikuchi is going to be able to make this one. Taisuke Kondo coming in now. Be dealing with Kota Hayashi. Brown, because he's got 35 avoid Ks. That's right center field. Okumura and Hosokawa get a chance to chat in the outfield. We may just let Kondo get 2 innings. Fly ball to right field. Hosokawa waits for it. 2 down. Only thrown 6 pitches. That's into center field and nared. So do we... Alright, so is it better to let Kondo get a second inning and then we don't have to worry about... Okay, let's give the rest of the bullpen the night off. Kondo's going to get pitch 2 innings. Here's Hosokawa. Mr. Home Run Bomb back in the 7th. This one's not going to even get to the warning track. Nishikawa makes the play. I want to talk about a fun player. Yorinoko flow up the middle, base hit. Kimura off and running, stolen base. Flared, right center field. Tsutsumi hauls it in. Okumura continuing to struggle out there. Kondo out for his second inning of work.
Strike 3.
Broom neutralized again. Kozono. Outside ball 4. Omori coming in now for the Carp. Ground ball hitter, so double play depth behind Kondo.
Strike 3.
Kondo is gassed. We are going to get someone warming the bullpen just in case. Let's get Azuma up. Come on, Kondo. You got this.
Strike.
He got this! Baystars come from behind, down 2-0, come away with a 9-2 win. So, we gotta really thank the Carp bullpen for absolutely melting down that game. Mauchi allows 5 earned runs in 2/3 of an inning. Garrido blows the save with 3 walks, 2 Ks. I mean, Taira and Garrido technically did not give up a hit. They just walked 6 guys. Plus a 7th. Alright, so with Bendy injured, we're gonna move him and with that we are also going to give Kaito Ito a call up. I'm eager to see how Aoyagi does, because he's the guy. Yeah, more like Shima Ouchie. Yeah, definitely. Because of the 3 guys in our rotation, plus 1 more down on the farm, who are pending free agent, Aoyagi's probably the guy I want to extend. I'm concerned that Yudai Ono just got beaten up by the talent change. I mean, it's too early in the season to make dramatic changes, but still. So where does everyone think Juan Soto's gonna go? I'm curious. Because in this save, he stuck around in Washington. And they definitely underpaid him. Alright, so here's the thing. I'm gonna pull the folks on the... That's... Oh yeah, of course, what's his name? They got that Steve Cohen money. So Gutierrez, we're gonna actually put on the 70-man. Him. Alex Perez. You know what? I don't think he plays. We traded for Otsu, but he hasn't been that good. Okay, this season he's finally turning it around. Got Higashide. I think Higashide is gonna walk. Guys I don't care about. Ditto for Fukuzawa. So Yamasaki wants 1.8 mil. This. I don't think we can give him that extension. Takanashi wants 1.2. My rule of thumb is not to give relievers unless they're really, really, really good extensions. So Yudai Ono only wants 2.6 mil? 1 year at 2.6. I could do that. Because Aoyagi, when I checked earlier, he was okay with 4 at 2.75. But the thing is, he's our number 6 guy. Compare these two players. I love Aoyagi's movement. I mean, he's an extreme ground baller. You think that plays. You know what? I'm willing to give it a month or so, and then we'll see if we can make up our mind. Unfortunately, Imanaga hates our coach. So that's why he's leaving. Can Ono bounce back? No, not quite. Maybe we don't extend him. Now, Aoyagi, our number 6 guy, picks up a win, but it's ugly. Rizzo getting his first home run of the season. Right, let's skip ahead a month and let's see what happens. Especially once Shimada is healthy again. I mean, it's going to be hard to sit down Alcides Escobar. He's pitching up, or he's batting a beaut so far. Sneaky best signing of the season yet. 10-game hit streak. We've only played 10 games. I'm seeing some people suggesting to acquire Strasburg and Corbin's contract, specifically to get Juan Soto as well. I mean, not a bad idea. It's officially too early to call any league. I bet the Buffalo's going 9-1 to start the season. All right. Takanashi, tricep, so he heads down. Kita's healthy again. Yay! We can send Murakawa down. Yes, with Etsuji kicking around, absolutely that's the right move. Let's move Okumura into left. Make sure that Koichi gets as many chances as he can. Oh my goodness. He's worse? Like, I don't get the difference between what he was in 2023 versus now. I swear we broke him. He is Mr. Needs a change of scenery. Maybe he becomes a trade deal, I don't know. Either way, Kita at center. He's back. We've got our stud defender back. Shimada. Going to be really hard pressed to come up to the bigs with Escobar doing as well as he has. That's fair, Great Scott. Alright, playoff team, but not the best team. I'm okay with that. 2 games behind the Swallows, who are coming out on one thing and one thing alone, and that is knocking the absolute piss out of the ball. Okugawa's healthy again. See. Yamada is wrecking the ball. Murakami is wrecking the ball. Hayashi. Yeah, I regret not picking him up. So, dead last for home runs. That's suboptimal. I just don't know. I mean, Aoyagi has pitched well. I'm gonna say let's get to the end of the month and see how things look. See, I living in Toronto, I'm used to having a faceless corporation run my team. Being able to point to someone and say, this owner specifically does X, Y, and Z is weird for me. Because it's not like the Rogers family really controls that much. Hey, Takanashi. Hey, we got Nate Savino. He's gonna be fun to watch develop. Ono's just having a rough go. Unfortunate. I don't think I can actually extend the guy. Oh yeah, he's getting nerfed now. I would not be giving this guy money. Alright, let's try and do that. Throw in a no trade clause because Kozono rule, we wouldn't be able to trade him anyway. Let's do two. Let's see if the original deal I looked him up for still works. Yes! Because we're going to lose Imanaga. We're going to lose Ono. Lose Sachiya Yamasaki. But we got... If we can extend Aoyagi and if Kami Chitani comes back and plays well, that I'm feeling confident about. Alright, with Bendy back, that means one of our outfielders is heading down, and I think it's going to be Okumura. The guy just... he's broken. Also, I'm really digging the music today. I gotta... Let's force start Toyoda. He's done well so far off the bench. Let's give him a force start in left, but bench versus lefties? Or versus righties? This is happy funk music. Hopefully actually royalty free and not just saying that. So, this guy we picked up in the trade with the Tigers that we also got Aoyagi in. And Avoid K's plays very well. I think he's going to be a good counterpart to Bendy. Alright, picked up a 5-4 win, a walk-off win. Kita with a walk-off walk. Shrimp and Ebby against Brooks Kriske. He's a former base star himself. Also know with his first bad game since making it up with the big club. Taiga Kami Chitani gets his rehab stint. How's Shimada doing? Well enough. I can't send down Escobar. He is just having too good of a season. What we will do, though, is that we will send down Kaito Ito. Call up Shimada. And we are going to continue force-starting Escobar. At least until he cools off. Which, I mean, who knows? Another walk-off win! Enya Kimura with a 3-run bomb to tie it. Kita with another walk-off walk. That's back-to-back shrimps against the Giants. You hashtag love to see it. And that one's not even close. We run away with this one 9-3. Aoyagi pitching a good game. Rizzo and Yamase with bombs. Good to see Yamase at least picking himself up off the floor after last year. I still think we may be rushing him a bit, but whatever. Rizzo slugging the ball. He just coming up and doing gangbusters. Let's get to the end of the month. We got him, Koyo Aoyagi, the local boy. He's from Yokohama. I mean, 2.75 for 4 years, no trade clause. I'm okay with that. Sakamoto's uncertain to return. Let's put him on injured reserve and let's call up a catcher from the minor league system. We have way too many third basemen. Okay, do we start Temko already? Who are we going with? Is it Kotsu? Takeuchi? Not Takeuchi, he's having a rough go this season. Might be Otsu. I mean, Temko's already a fantastic looking player. I rock this. If you want the NPR stream, you gotta come back on, like, a weeknight. This is the Starlight, baby. Really want to start, let's give Temko another full season in the minors. Let's call up Otsu. Wait a minute, how have we been short a pitcher? How long has that been a thing? Okay, oops. That's on me. Kubo's gonna get the call up. Good to see we're leaning on Irie, but I want him to start soon. Do I have Bob? No, I do not have a Bob on my team. If you want to find Bobs, you gotta look for Dahlbeck, the Red Sox, Miller, who's with the Mets and has turned into a stud. Hello, sir. Traded from the Dodgers during the 2023 offseason. Robbie Ray, Jr. Wow. Ooh. Oh, he looks fun. Casey, you got a beaut on your hands. And we do not have any Bobs in Japan. Still can't get over Alcides freaking Escobar has just turned this team on its head. That was our big signing, not Benintendi. Alcides Escobar. As usual, the Cart play us tight, but we avoid the sweep. Go to the Swallows' place. Alright, Tokyo is all of a sudden shockingly good. Our pennant hopes are starting to dwindle. Oh man, the fighters came back with a vengeance. Wow. Alright, Sakamoto's healthy again. How'd Otsu do? Didn't get into any games. Okay. Down. Sakamoto returns. And we walk off the... Wow, 5 spot in the 8th. Harukazu Shimada. 2 hits, one of them a long bomb. I think Escobar's starting to cool off. And Intendi with a walk-off double. Yeah, he's cooling off. Maybe we turn off the force start and we give Shimada a chance to get in some games. Ida moving down in the rotation I disagree with, but Aoyagi's definitely been playing well. So we got like 3 really good pitchers. Aoyagi, Ono, who seems to be broken at the moment. Hey, I rock this. Careful on the language. I'm trying to keep it PG-13. Yeah, the irony of having Ben Intendi on this club in Japan when he couldn't even cross the Canadian and the American borders, not lost on me. Masashi Ito is starting to lose favor with the club. Onuki with a 75 movement around control rating. Love it. Yeah, Ono's getting nerfed. His age is advancing. Hosono added another couple miles per hour on his fastball. Love to see it. And he gets a Rookie of the Month. Let's see. Let's move ahead to this series up against the Giants. Iwazaki and Moria are both sore elbow. Yeah, I don't like the looks of that. So Saki heads down. We're gonna call up Sachia Yamazaki. See some time. Kusenitz has been disappointing. Oof. Oh, we got walked off. Iwazaki and an error by Rizzo. Yeah. Alright, Kondo's gonna get a chance to close. Aoyagi is gonna be skipping a start. Takanashi's healthy again, good to see. They're gonna send down Sachia. Yuhei back into the bullpen. And Ida in the rubber match against the Tigers. We tie. We come back and we tie it, and then we hold it for 3 innings. Good job by the bullpen, who sent it aside. Thumbs up with boosts. I don't like it. Alright. First tie of the season. So Shimada's held his own. And we still got Escobar available as a super stud, super sub. Alright. We've already seen an Imanaga start. Already seen an Onoki start. We want the matchup against Yusei Kikuchi. We want to see Kozono go. Alright, so we are currently knocking the absolute stuffing out of the Giants right now. 11-6. Alright, and Yamase is hamstring soreness, so we're gonna IL him. Here's Otsu. I think, not keeping Ono is probably the right move. Maybe someone will be willing to pick him up. Yeah, you're not getting that, buddy. He was on the trading block. Literally the only player on the trading block right now is Kazuki Tanaka from the Spirit. Must be too early in the season. Anyways, we're gonna... This may be our last one for the day. I do have other stuff I want to get to. See. And I forgot to set my... Oh, I already set my fantasy baseball team. Okay. Kozono. If Busenitz keeps playing like this poorly, I'm going to farm him and may have to do some other fun stuff. I am excited to see what potentially our third straight rookie of the year does against the Giants, who are, for lack of a better word, moribund. Yeah, nice signing of Didi Gregorius there. What happened to them? Togo's been trash. Kikuchi's been bad. Sugano's been unlucky. Oh, time to feast at the Tokyo Dome. Also interesting, we're going to see Naoto Chino at third. There's a highlight going around on Reddit Baseball of Chino running the bases during a rainout at Yokohama Stadium and having an absolute blast with it. Yusei Kikuchi signed with the Giants after bombing out of Toronto. Giants are on a 6-game schneid. And he allows a leadoff walk to Keito Mori. Take a pitch, and yeah, they're expecting Mori to run. We're gonna Toyota swing. Fly ball to right center field. Maru closes the gap. One away. Rizzo now batting in the 3-hole. And in a throwing error by Yusei Kikuchi moves Mori to second. The 2-2 on the ground. And Kikuchi's on the money this time. Kawa now the 1-2. Drill to right field. Deep enough. Hairimashita! Oseiya, can you see where that ball landed? Homerun! Yes, that's right, Tranquil Hill Farms. And Kita's going to check in with a lead or with a 2-out single. Etsuji's been a menace so far since coming back from injury. I love it. Kimura on the ground. Okamoto goes a short way. Here's Yashiya Sato now. Wow, that is a very particular kind of bat. Kozuno up the middle. Line. Ooh, no. Okay, whew. Hitomori almost pulled himself out of the game. Don't do that. It's Tokyo Dome. It's turf on top of concrete. Kimura, fantastic play. Sir Didi himself. 1-0 from Kozuno. On the ground, Mori. Play. Chino now. Up the middle, base hit. Naoto had a rough go last year, but he seems to be off to a rocket start so far. Only casually batting 417. Playtime. Kozuno's batting 300 so far this season. Excuse me? He's already had a 2-hit day in a game. Not bad for a guy with a, 30 contact. That'll play. So, Seishiro, swing away here, my dude.
Strike 3.
Right. Kozuno bunts it up the first base side. Good sack play to get Chino to second. Here's Mori now. Well, can't move him over anyway. Ever dangerous Kazuma Okamoto. Kozuno winding and dealing. Little looper over the head of Kimura. That is that's a charitable call. Let's put it that way. Double play depth for the fielders. Here's Madu now. 3-0 count. Side ball 4. Raito Nakayama, the second baseman. Weakly shifting right to try and induce a double play. Full count. Kozuno getting into some trouble here. Former base star Taishi Ota now. Quick check in. Let's go infield in just to try and cut down a run at the plate. The 1-2. Wild pitch. It's going to get away from Sakamoto. Everyone moves up 90 feet. Great. Fine. Fine.
Safe.
Let's get the double play ball. All right, sack bunt. They get the runner at third. Nice play by Rizzo and Chino there. You're playing short, and Toyoda still couldn't get there in time. Oh boy. All right, there's a lot of room out there. Kita's got it lined up. 2 down. Let's just get Didi and get out of here. Thank you. Okay. Kozuno runs into some issues. Still hasn't picked up a strikeout yet. Toyoda's going to check in with a leadoff single here, top of the third. Rizzo now. Did not get a lot of that. Ota puts it away. Hosokawa high and deep to left field. Did he get enough? Yes, he did! Second 2-run home run of the game for Hosokawa. Irrepressible.
Strike 3.
Kimura going to launch this one to foul ground. Gregorius picks it up. So it's Hosokawa 4, Giants 3, Baystars 0, for those of you keeping track at home. Gino making a good play. Full count here to Maru. Maru walks again. Double play depth. Let's do a shift right. Outfield. And he's plunked. Nakayama out of the ball game. Akihiro Wakabayashi now pinch running. And once again, the Giants are threatening. Let's try a pitch around here against Ota. Little looper into center field, base hit. Everyone moves up 90 feet. They are just not going away today. 2-1 to Oshiro. Lined into right center field, base hit, tie ball game. Good throw by Kita. All right, we've got to get the pitcher spot out. 1-2 to Kikuchi.
Strike 3.
Got him. 0-2 to Yashiya Sato.
Strike 3.
Okay. Kozuno bears down. This is the kind of series it's been, just back and forth. Slugfesting. Gino checks in with his second hit of the day. 1 to Sakamoto. On the ground, that's going to be a double play. Kozuno getting to swing here. That's a single. 2-out single for the pitcher, trying to help out his own cause. Mori goes the other way. Sakamoto deep in the hole. Goes the short way. Maybe Kozuno's last inning of work, already at 63 pitches as we enter the bottom of the fourth. Kawa drifts in. Calls that one in. DDG. Rizzo. Front of Modi makes the play. Bring up Okamoto. All right, so Kozuno bearing down a little bit. Might be able to get one more inning of work out of him yet. Rizzo now. And that is held by Sakamoto. Doesn't have a chance to get Rizzo. Interesting. Full count here to Seiya Hosokawa. Outside ball 4. Ita now. 1-1. Fly ball on the left. Playable. Sato hauls it in. Kimura now with an RBI chance. On the ground, Sakamoto boots it. Base is full of base stars. Chino already has 2 hits today. He's got a chance to give the base stars back the lead. That's exactly what he does. Line drive single into left. Sato up throwing. 2 RBI single. Yusei Oe now coming in from the Giants bullpen. And all of our good arms are tired. This stinks. Who do we go for? Morrow starter? I don't want to test Aoyagi's arm. Odia's at 68%. Gao's at 50. Goes at 65. EDA is cooked. Let's get Kokiboria warmed up just in case. I'm thinking we may have to go Takanashi to Busenitz, Hondo to close this one out. No for Sakamoto. That's skied into foul territory. The catcher, Oshiro, makes the play. We've just been having... Oh, hang on a second. Deals with Maru just fine. Yoshikawa. Round and over. Considering Kozuno's in the pitcher spot, yeah, you know what? We're going to sit down Moriya. See if we can't get Taishi Ota out. Hand Kozuno the lead. Okay. So Kozuno bears down. But at 84 pitches, I think that's about it for him. Alcides Escobar checks in as a pinch hitter. Kei Takanashi will get the call from the bullpen. Not just survive, Great Scott, but leave with the lead. But he's fast, but not that fast. Good play by Gregorius. Toyoda, the 1-2. Wakabayashi makes the play. A lot of right-handers that Takanashi's going to get a chance to feast on here.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3. Seiryu Katayama, the pinch hitter. The 0-1 from Takanashi. Lofted to center. Kita comes in. 2 down. One to Sato. On the ground, past Chino and up the line. That's a fair ball. Double. Okay, my phone's already starting to go off with other stuff. So we'll see how we can wriggle our way out of this. Yeah, we're gonna pitch around Sakamoto and try and go after Didi. I'm okay with that. Go for the platoon matchup. Kimura takes it himself up the middle. Perfect. Alright, Takanashi's thrown 16 pitches, but we're gonna need a few more out of him. Get Busenitz loose just in case. That was a mistake. We're going to go with Moriya, see if we can get an inning of work out of him. Rizzo now up against Ryuji Ichioka. Shallow center field. Osokawa swings on 3-1. Adu barely has to budge. Ita. Outside ball 4. Going with a run and hit. Kita is in there safely at second base. Down the left field line and fair. Kita charging and he will score. Enya Kimura, RBI single. We'll bring another pinch hitter up from the Baystars dugout. Harukazu Shimada going for the platoon splits here. And also to take over as a defensive sub. Moriya working a 2-2 count. Okamoto, fly ball, shallow center. Kita charging in, one away. Hoping it'll be a short appearance from Moriya. He's a little tuckered out. Deep to center field. Kita on the run at the wall on the track. He makes the play. Yikes. Okay, Boos is going to get warmed up. Down the line and right. That's in front of Hosokawa. I think he had a bad read there. 2-out double, Taishi Ota. On the ground, Kimura avoids a collision, makes the play. Sakamoto now the 1-2.
Strike 3.
Out on strikes. Pinch hitter coming in for the Bay Stars will be... Not Benintendi. I just realized who's batting right now. Let's go with Miyata, and that way he can be our defensive sub in. Wait, why did I think McGill was a left-handed bat? Or left-handed pitcher? We should have put Benintendi in. Miyata with a steal, and the ball sails into center field. He will advance to third on the throwing error by Oshido. Morina with an RBI chance. Never mind, wild pitch. Miyata comes in to score. Speed. Of course, the guy named Miyata is fast. Ha ha ha. Taichi Ishiyama coming in now to deal with Hiroshi Toyoda. And since we've got Miyata already expected to come in, yeah, let's put Benintendi in for a pinch hit appearance. Base is empty, 2 down. Worth a shot. Okay, 8-4. Zenitz is going to be coming in. Miyata will move to left field. Zenitz will batting second and as pitcher. We're using all the guys in the dugout. Everyone gets in. 8-4 Bay Stars. Alan Busenitz coming in. Not exactly a gaudy ERA, but may just have been bad luck. Oshido floats this one to left center field. Miyata already there and waiting, 1 down. Kota Yamashita coming in out of the Giants bench. Busenitz is going to give up a leadoff single, or 1-out single. Loud one, but playable. 1-1 to Yoshiya Sato. On the ground, Kimura to Mori on to first double play. We're going to let Busenitz go a second inning at this point. Only 11 pitches. That way we can save Kondo. Taisei Ota, the Giants closer, getting some action here. Not Taishi, Taisei.
Strike 3.
Rizzo not having the best day at the plate. Hosokawa having a very good day at the plate. That would be 2 home runs and 2 walks. 3 runs scored, 4 RBI. That's a wild pitch. Oshido's just having a rough go today. Really and truly. Kimura. Down the right field line and fair. That's stuck in the corner. Sato's on it. But it's an RBI double for for Kimura. Shimada. Another wild pitch. What is going on back there? That is 3 wild pitches. A throwing error by Oshido. A throwing error by Kikuchi. If I am a Giants fan, I am asking for my money back. Shimada works a walk. Sakamoto now. Little dribbler up the middle. Going to be a close play. Sakamoto's able to get to second in time. Then it's out for a second inning of work. Trying to bring that ERA down here. A 5-run lead. Past a diving Rizzo and into right field. Gregorius is aboard. That brings Okamoto to the plate. No doubles defense. 2-0 from Busenitz up the middle. Base hit. Runners at first and second. We are going to see Kubo get loose just in case. Maru floats this one to center field. Ita makes the play. Runners do not advance. 1-1 to Yoshikawa. Plunked. And let's just check in. All right. The 1-0 to Ota. Fly ball. Left center field. Kita makes the play. Whoo. Okay. Yeah, that was let's get out of Tokyo and back on the Keihan Tohoku line before anyone notices we stole that win. Kozuno with the win, Takanashi Moriya with the hold. Busenitz does not get a save, but also, could have been a lot worse. Anyways, I need to step away for just a moment. Be right back. I'll leave you with some fine tunes. And, yeah, talk to you real soon. We're going to keep going for a little bit longer, I think. Today's broadcast is powered by Left Field Brewery, the best and only baseball-themed brewery in Toronto. Okay. So we swept the Giants at their place and beat the absolute stuffing out of them. Feels like we might just be able to catch. Sakamoto's turned back into a pumpkin after last year when he was actually surprisingly good. Maybe we do need to bring up Tenko. Come on, Ono. Be better than you have been. Nope. He only allowed one run. What is it about the carp? They just eat our lunch like that. Here's the new Golden Boy, Aoyagi. Oh, not get the start? Did. Takanashi blows the save. Kondo takes the loss. Iwazaki should be healthy soon, and then we have some extra bullpen help. And we get swept by the carp at our place. Great. I think it might be Taida who we send down until he just figures things out. 5.08 FIP is not healthy. We're gonna send Taida down to the minors to get his head back on straight. Kamichitani's been pitching a beaut, so we're gonna call him up. Shimada's turned back into a pumpkin. Iwazaki's healthy again, so then down Busenitz. Yes. He's just been straight up bad. Fred the Baker, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I think we might actually call Mitch Spence up. Be a bullpen arm. Hondo in as closer over Iwazaki. That's an interesting choice, but I'm not disagreeing with it. Daisuke's been a beast so far. And in terms of the other Yamase can't get back fast enough. Escobar is still playing really well, so we're going to put him back in as our primary third baseman. We gave Shimada a chance. Defensively, he's a stud. And now we're in a losing streak. Oy, 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 Iwazaki blows it. Buddy. You said you were healthy. Alright, now we are in a losing streak. That's what, 6 in a row? Yep. Things are getting kind of pathetic. All in the third. There we go. Alright, 7-game losing streak. Swell. Love it. Yamase, get your behind back here. I mean, the batters have been doing their part. Just about everyone seems to have a decent bat line. There's just a real gap between the good teams and the bad teams in the Central League this year. I did not expect the Swallows to be that good. I knew the Carp were going to be a pest. What a May swoon this has been. At least Yamase's picked it up compared to last season. Okay. Give Busenitz and Taida a chance to figure it out. Let's go and we'll play one more game. We're going to play the June 1st game at Meiji Jingu against the Swallows. Alright, picked up a win against the Tigers. Good, good. These are the games we need to be winning. Sachiko Sato is about to turn in the best season of his career and may just drag the Comets to the postseason along with him. 19 home runs already? Holy smokes. Looks like we swept the Tigers. Hita strained oblique out again. Great. Okay, mini sweep. He heads there, and I guess we gotta call up Okumura, someone from the minors. Who the heck has been our center fielder in here? Like, Okumura's even having a bad time down on the farm. Okay, no, is doing decent. You can always go with him. I think we may have to go with Ogasawara. 70 outfield range? Yeah, I think that's our play. Not that Okumura hasn't earned it, but the guy just has a rough go. Alright, lost to the Giants at their place. Or at our place. We almost come back, but we can't make it. This is exactly what people predicted for us, that we'd be able to stop runs from scoring, but we wouldn't be able to get too many ourselves. Alright, 5-1 win. Ono finally picks up a good game. Atta boy. If Ono comes around, then I'm feeling a lot more confident about this club. Alcides Escobar puts up 5 runs or 5 hits, and we can't pick up the win. Takanashi and Kondo. Okay, so the bullpen's melting down just a little bit. That's optimal. Then again, We play each other like 25 times in this schedule. There's no interleague, remember? Because the imbalance. The fighters have retaken the lead over in the Pacific. Holy smokes, the Spirit are bad. Ori with a 4. Alright, we swept the carpet their place. Are we actually going to get out of this with a winning record in May? We may just. Okay, mini-series against Carp. Or against the Swallows. And Ono's been pitching a decent... He may have recovered. Alright, so Shimada's riding the Schneid. Ogasawara so far is off to a good start. That's going to help soften the blow of losing Kita. That may be our next priority, a good-hitting, top-line center fielder. We did trade for Kita, and he seems to be doing a solid. Okay, so you can see Swallows had a bit of a rough go. Ono picks up another win. Ono with an RBI single against Choi. Monte Choi. Yeah, we gotta go take a look at what the comments are doing, by the way. Don't tell me what the comments are doing. Because Sachiko Sato is about to have a very, very good season. 3.4 wins above replacement in 54 games. But, as per usual, one player alone cannot make a winning ball club. Friggin' fighters, man. Anami, Nunez, Kondo, Yomiya. And a Dynamo bullpen. Trading block-wise. Ogi's on the block. Where would we put him, though? Do we move Escobar over to first? Tempting as it is, I don't think there's a spot for him. So credit where credit is due. Ogasawara's really pitched well. We're going to have Aoyagi up in this match. And Nintendi's been playing really well. Love to see it. We're going to be facing the Ice Cream Man, Hagen Donner. If you're wondering why all these players are saying auto-renew, it's because the ARP settings got changed last offseason. I just don't get why Alcides Escobar is so good this year. I'm half tempted to maybe give him an extension. We have the budget. Ono willing to wants 4 years. Escobar wants too much money. Alright. That's a more reasonable extension for Takanashi. That I can get behind. We'll do 700k. Booyah! I don't give any reliever over $1 million because what if they have a bad year, basically. Like what Suguru Iwasaki's been having. Severe regression compared to last year. I don't get it. And of course, we gave him a multi-year deal. Anyways. We've got another game on the docket. We're going to be visiting the Swallows at their place. They're trying to take the pennant from us. We are saying no. Aoyagi versus Danner. Interesting looking defensive alignment with Nagaoka at third and Takeoka short. New face out there, So Nakamura, center. Ah, cool. Check it out. Because it is a weekend game, they got their alternate green jerseys on the field. We're going to zoom in after this at bat just to show it off. I forgot I set up all these alternate jerseys. Mori checks in with a leadoff single. Must be a Sunday. Let's view. Yep. Man, those look pretty. Take advantage of Sho Matsui's noodle arm. Itomori up and running, no throw. Escobar through the left side of the infield, base hit. Mori is held at third. I want to challenge Hayashi's arm. And Intendi now up against Danner. 1-2. The way swinging. Rizzo now. Fly ball deep to center field. That will advance the runner. RBI sac fly for Rizzo. Pinched fingers emojis. Hosokawa now. Little dribbler. Not gonna. Ooh, good play by Takeoka. So Aoyagi, Mr. Ground and Pound himself, up against Fukuda. That's what you're going to see a lot of from Aoyagi for the next 4 years of this save. Submariner, extreme ground baller. Still occasionally has issues with walks. Not too many. Okay, Tetsuto Yamada. Ooh. We are going to pull the shift on him. 2-2 to Tetsuto.
Strike 3.
Karaburi Sanshin. Full count to Murakami.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3. Sinker. Snuck into the zone. 1-0 Bay Stars through 1. After this game, we are going to wrap our broadcast. I have a friend visiting from out of town that I'm looking forward to seeing. Haruyuki Ogasawara. One to the rookie center fielder. Little dribbler on the mound. Yamada's not going to make it. Fuss about that. Hayashi's one of those. Like, the Swallows are a team ascendant just alongside us. They've got a lot of good guys who can make our lives miserable. 2-2 from Aoyagi. Got him swinging. Bring up the catcher, Sho Matsui. Catcher outfielder, interesting combo. The 0-1 from Aoyagi. I mean, yes, the control kind of stinks, but with Aoyagi, what you are getting is a lot of ground balls. That's what we're seeing here. Speaking of which, here he is at the plate. Force the defense to make a play. Nicely done. Mori now with a 3-1 count. Going to be a slow roller to Takeoka. Play. Escobar, 2-2.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3 on the inner half. Good job by the ice cream man. Aoyagi going pitch to contact here. Uses a lot of weak contact, and that's what we saw. Danner actually looks kind of dangerous. See what he does. Bunts up the first base side. Rizzo says, got it. And then biffs the throw to Mori. What are we doing? What are we doing? No doubles defense.
Strike 3.
3-1 count. Inside ball 4. Second walk issued by Aoyagi. That will bring up Yamada Tetsuto, dangerous batter. Come on.
Strike 3.
Ooh! Got him. Slider. Danner's up to 39 pitches. I think this may have been a spot start for him. 3-0 count on Benintendi. Inside for ball 4. Rizzo now, full count. High drive to right center field, and that one's gone to the Owendan. Pinched fingers emoji. 10th home run of the season for Rizzo. Bay Stars stake to a 3-0 lead. Hosokawa to right center, but that one's going to stay in the park. Nakamura hauls it in. Yuta Iwasada, former Hanshin Tiger himself, comes in. 35 movement, I like that. Deal with Kimura, Yamase, and Ogasawara.
Strike 3.
Kimura K's. Yamase back from the injured list. Ogasawara is going to check in with a line drive single to center field. Yamase trying to make it to third. He's in there standing. Aoyagi has to swing for himself. Driven to center field. Oh, got it. Well, so far, so good. 2-0 to Murakami. That's up the middle, base hit. That will end the no-hit bid for Aoyagi for what it's worth. No doubles defense here against Hayashi. 2-2. On the ground. Escobar to Mori. Back to first double play. Friendly reminder, Escobar played for the Tokyo Yakult Swallows in 2020, which is why he's on the big hit Happy Bodies. Here he is again at age 38, having an amazing start to the season for your Yokohama DNA Bay Stars. Point where I don't even mind that Harukazu Shimada's having a rough go. Mori diving play out there and left by Hayashi. Good play. Third time through the lineup for the Bay Stars. Iwasada getting a lot of weak contact here. Benintendi's going to line drive this into left. Here's Rizzo again. Didn't get enough of it, and a diving play by the right fielder hauls it in. Good job there by Fukuda. Aoyagi now.
Strike 3.
Strikeout number 6. Good game so far. Takaoka. And yes, you did see correctly. There are exposed bullpens here at Meiji Jingu Stadium, one of only 2 parks in NPB where they are on the field. The other, the Balloonadome, Saitama. Okay, Aoyagi cruising here. 75 pitches through 5 innings. Might give him another inning, or another run through the order. Hiroki Hasegawa now trying to stem the bleeding here, top 6.
Strike 3.
Hosokawa's having a bit of a rough season. I mean, he's had his moments. Kimura checks in with his first single of the day. And Matsui's arm does not measure up. Kimura steals second. Yamase, the catcher, down the line and fair past the first baseman, Murakami. Yamase with a ground ball double. 4-0 Bay Stars. Here's Ogasawara. That'll be a sacrifice hit. Aoyagi's gonna swing here. Another fly ball to center, another play for So Nakamura. Now staked to a 4-0 lead.
Strike three.
Aoyagi's pitching a gem today, earning that money. We are going to see Katsuki Azuma get loose in the pen. Phone keeps making noise. Something must be going. Down the line and fair, Escobar all day. Shift is on against Tetsuto Yamada. Fly ball to left. And Intendi walking in. Heck of a start by Aoyagi. 90 pitches through 6 innings. Azuma is ready to take over. Perfect, because he's got a lot of lefties to look at. Ori picks up a walk. Bar fouls this one off. 1-2. Fly ball foul up the line. Murakami brings it in. Hiroya Shimamoto. Will pitch for the Swallows. Baystars counter by subbing in Hiroshi Toyoda. Mori off and running. Play at second. Just in time. Mori is in there safely with a stolen base. Toyoda works the walk. Painting a double steal here against Rizzo. Both runners are going.
Safe.
Matsui throws to third, not in time. Runners at first and second now for Anthony Rizzo. 3-2 on the ground. Yamada will throw to Murakami. 5-0 Bay Stars. Hosokawa now. Little looper into left. Hayashi. Not actually part of the lyrics, it's just what all the Swallows fans say. Among the many jerseys I have, and I've actually shown it on a Stuff We Get in the Mail segment, is a Norichika Aoki green Swallows jersey. One, because Aoki is a former Blue Jay. 2, he's still playing in NPB. 3, he is now a Japan Series champion. As much as it sucks that the Buffaloes lost last year in the Japan Series, the Swallows were the right team to lose to. All right, I'm really liking what Haruyuki Ogasawara has brought to the club. Credit where credit is due. He's been a phenom. Down the line, caught by Rizzo. He is so good over at first. Shimamoto out for a third inning of work, or second inning of work. Kimura, Yamase, and Ogasawara getting the at-bats here in the top of the
Strike
eighth.
3.
We're going to let Azuma go and bat for himself because we need him in the eighth. Haruki Terashima. At one point we were looking at trading for him. Glad we didn't. Little looper down the line. Hayashi hauls it in. That's a drop ball, but Yamase doesn't budge. 2-1. Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. Azuma out for a second inning of work.
Strike 3.
Picks up a strikeout here. Aderlin Rodriguez, just recently signed to the Hanshin Tigers, actually. Pinch hitting here. We are just going to walk this man. Yes, we are just going to walk this man. Pitch around him. Hope he doesn't do any damage. Two to Aderlin. Azuma gets a called strike 3. Curveball. Buckling him. Shinya Niyama. Big gap hitter, so we're going to do the deep shift. The O shift. 1-2 from Azuma.
Strike 3.
Ooh. Strikes out the side. Attaboy Katsuki. We're going to let him get a third inning here at this point. Wait, it's righty, righty, righty. We're not going to let him have a third inning. We're going to go with Kubo. Andres Nunez coming in from the Swallows bullpen. Trying to get out of this one. But line drive to center, caught by Nakamura. Pinch hitting here for Escobar will be Harukazu Shimada. Little number back to the mound. Yeah, that's not anything. We've got all of our used, except for Miyata. That's who we're going to put in here for Toyota. Platoon splits, whatever. Ah, got the walk, nice. Miyata is Mr. Zoom Zoom after all.
Save.
All right. So with that, Shimada comes in to play third. Miyata will be taking over in left. Hironori Kubo, man, hard name. Say, nice mustache. Will be getting the 1-2-3 for the Swallows. Nursing a 5-0 lead. Still more than one play away from losing, so we're gonna save Kondo and Iwazaki if we can. And we give up the lead runner on a throwing error by Kubo. Great. Pinch hitter in Takumi Kuriyama. Old man, 41 years old. We are going to go with double play depth. Follow up. Full count to Kuriyama. Side ball 4. We are going to get Daisuke Kondo warmed up. Straight up the middle, that's an infield single. Here's Murakami. Let's concede the run, just get the double play, please. Ooh, Kubo strikes out Murakami. No doubles defense. Full count from Kubo. Got him swinging. Sho Matsui. The 2-2.
Strike three.
Called strike three. Kubo strikes out the side after loading the bases. That, my friends, is a big man move. That's 5 in a row for the Bay Stars. Aoyagi only allows the one hit. I don't know what to make of this team. Are we good or are we not? Ono's rounded into form. Iwasaki's having a rough go, but we got Kondo right behind him to pick up the slack. And more importantly, our next game will be at home, which means next stream, we're going to have our lineup intros. 2.5 back of the Swallows. So even with that 7 or 8 game losing streak, we still had a winning May. Escobar wants to stay, I mean... we can do better with our foreign player slots is where I'm going. So Kubo dances between the raindrops. That's a lot of guys who haven't pitched well. Let's send Kubo down. Let's call up Mitch Spence while we have the opportunity. Get an extra leader in this lineup. Barn's been packed. Rizzo is sticking around for another season. So yeah, our payroll is dropping by $6 million next year, so we can, if we want, extend some guys. I just don't want to give Ono that much money. Takanashi's already got an offer out. Alex Perez was a minor league deal. Ineffective? Yeah, well, let's add him to the 70-man at least. I'm going to have to look offline to see what kind of trades we can swing to gain ground. Oh man, Bendy's been so good. I just don't think I can offer him the money he wants. 3.6 for another year. But Podorski, also, credit where credit is due to Ogasawara coming up and being an absolute stud. Where the hell did this guy come from? 4th round? Yeah, I can vibe with this. Alright, we've been going for 2.5 hours. I think that's long enough. Folks in the chat, what are you feeling like for where to go to next? Looks like Sporer is playing some MLB The Show, but also Casey Stengel Sr. is doing an Out of the Park project in 1955. That might be fun to unsuspectedly drop in on no drops, but given that everyone else seems to be offline at the moment, I think that makes sense. No, yep, no sign of AZ Axel going. Who's a me? Need to find a good landing spot for all y'alls. AZ's not going. Sorry, AZ for my Canadian friends. Let me see. I know Ganba Magus is going to try and stream something today. All right, we're going to raid into Casey Stengel Sr. We're going to surprise him. All of a sudden, a whole sea of people watching him. I mean, it's an historical MLB save. This is really neat. I'd love to figure out how to do an NPB historical. Oh, wow, he's got the right ballparks and everything. He is at Comiskey right now. The Senators versus the White Sox. Looks like he's seated at the third baseline. Well, let's go tune into him. Oh, and keep an eye on the chat after the sign-off for a little special wink and a nod. One of the reasons why I'm trying not to holler as much and why I'm not doing the lineup intro this week, because there is something I'm going to do today. Voice 4. Wink, nudge. In any case, time is precious, and I'm grateful that you've chosen to spend some of yours with me today. Stay tuned. We're going to bounce over to Casey Stengel Sr. and his pants project, he calls it. And remember, the raid phrase is Shine Bright, Starlight. Look for a Sleep Time with Sweegie at some point this week, and Wariology returns on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Firage, take us out. Have a great rest of the weekend, everyone.